when the draft came around, did you know the Broncos were eyeing you?
No. To be honest, I didn't even talk to the Broncos during my pre-draft process. I thought I was going to go to the Cowboys, for real. Because it was crazy how the draft ended up. Because, once you see how the draft, goes on, you see certain picks. And, Jason Horn, he got picked before me. So I was like, okay, I'm around this range, like 9 through 10, 9 through 15. So I definitely thought I was going to go to the Cowboys.
Yep.
So then Denver called, and I seen the 303 area code. I'm like, wait, hold up. I answered the phone. It was George Payton on the phone, and Fangio at the time. And they were just like, are you excited to be a Bronco? And obviously, you just feel that sense of relief, because during that whole process, it could be very hard just talking to certain teams, all these teams around the NFL, across the league, and you finally hear a name call. It's you just feel that relief, that sense of joy, and, just to spend time with your family during that process. It's a special moment, but I never thought I would end up here, because I always thought it was either going to be the Cowboys or the Panthers in some way, but, I'm glad I ended up here, all in all.
Yeah, we're definitely glad you ended up here, too. And, what just a full circle experience, not just for you, but your family as well. What age were you in locker rooms with your dad? You grew up around the NFL.
I can't remember half of it. Probably because my dad got in the league in 98. I was born in 2000, so it was like I was in there from the jump.
Wild.
So, the earliest I can remember was, just spending time at the games in the stadiums, cheering them on, me and my family. And I remember one time when he was at Kansas City, we played a game there when I was in Little League football. We played a game there against a certain team. And I had like 2-3 touchdowns. And, being able to have that experience, have that moment, is pretty special.
You ready to have 2 or 3 touchdowns in Kansas City yourself this
year?
Yeah. Couple of interceptions, maybe a punt return for a touchdown?
Maybe.
Yeah, there we go.
That's it.
And obviously there's been a lot of things have changed in now your 3rd year being here, but now Sean Payton's in town, Vance Joseph's in town. What do you expect a Sean Payton team to look like this year?
Yeah, he pretty much had his goals in sight early on in the season. Obviously with his resume, he's just got a great coaching career. Obviously he has a Super Bowl in his belt. He's coached many great playoff teams. So, when he walked in the building, you obviously knew what type of coach he was, but when you see it firsthand, how he goes about things, he always has a business mindset. He's always focused on winning, always focused on getting better. And that's what you see out of him day in and day out. You ain't gonna get a different type of coach. You always gonna get a coach with the same approach. Who's focused on his goals. So he's very goal driven and goal structured. So. And
I'm sure. Todd, the crazy thing is neither of you played on the team together, but you both played under Vance and you both played under Sean.
Yep.
And I'm sure you saw those exact same things almost a decade ago in New Orleans.
Yeah, I say Sean hasn't changed like one bit. Like he's been detail oriented since, I don't know, was that almost 10 years ago now? Yeah, he's been the man. Going back to last year, I know that you were there. I know we don't like to talk about it too much, but what are some of the changes that you've seen that Sean has brought? Like, his attention to detail, or how he runs practices. Can you feel the structure change?
Yeah, you can just tell how he has things structured in a way. Just by the meetings, just by having things organized in a way.
Yeah.
But obviously last year wasn't, the season we wanted to have, but, he's made it clear that, the main priority is to win games and to focus on allowing us to get better at the same time. And you just tell by the locker room, guys are very much locked in. You could just sense that camaraderie we got going on, before the season starts, and everybody's ready for week 1, you know what I mean? So, yeah, he's just got that sense that, everybody in the locker room loves to have, with the coach.